Imagine hearing a sound so loud it could travel across oceans. A sound that shattered eardrums miles away and circled the globe, again and again. But here's the twist. It didn't come from a bomb or even from space, and yet it remains the loudest sound in human history. In the summer of 1883, something extraordinary and terrifying happened on a small volcanic island between Java and Sumatra. For nearly an entire day, the earth itself seemed to roar, and by the time the noise stopped, tens of thousands were dead, skies had darkened, and the world had changed forever. This was the eruption of Krakatoa, an event so powerful, it still holds the record for the loudest sound ever recorded. The eruption began on August 26, 1883, and unfolded over a staggering 22 hours. Multiple explosions shook the region, but one stood above all the rest. At 10 a.m. local time, the loudest of these detonations tore through the air with unimaginable force. The blast hurled massive chunks of rock and ash up to 80 kilometers straight into the atmosphere. Ships sailing more than 40 kilometers away were tossed like toys on violent waves. In nearby coastal towns, some just 15 kilometers from the volcano, countless people were left screaming in pain as the sound alone ruptured their eardrums. The explosion was so intense that it was heard as far as 4,830 kilometers away. That's about 3,000 miles. In other words, people in Australia and even on islands in the Indian Ocean reported hearing what they thought was distant cannon fire, when in fact they were hearing Krakatoa's death cry. The devastation was immediate and catastrophic. More than 36,000 lives were lost, not only from the eruption itself, but from the colossal tsunamis it unleashed, some reaching heights of over 30 meters. Entire coastal villages vanished. But Krakatoa's reach didn't stop at Indonesia. The ash it hurled into the atmosphere spread across the planet, scattering sunlight and cooling the Earth's temperature. For months, sunsets around the world glowed an eerie blood red, an effect so intense it even sparked artistic inspiration. There's a fascinating theory, not proven but intriguing, that one of those strange blood-red sunsets may have inspired the Norwegian artist Edvard Munch when he painted The Scream. Munch himself described seeing a sky turned blood-red that filled him with a sense of infinite scream through nature, eerily similar to the atmospheric effects after Krakatoa's eruption. Today, Krakatoa is still active. In fact, a new volcanic island, Anak Krakatoa, emerged from the sea in 1927, and it's been growing ever since. Scientists monitor it closely because, while it's not expected to match the sheer scale of 1883, the truth is nature doesn't always follow our expectations. So the question remains, could we one day hear a sound even louder than Krakatoa's roar? Or has nature already given us the loudest scream it can?